So how are you settling in Goa? How is it?
I mean, Goa, it never felt so much different. Yeah, after coming back, after, as you said, around like 13, 15 years after back to India. But then since I was working in all these resort and island location, Goa was just like one of them.
One of those, right,
One of
right.
those. And I look forward to see all of you because I know Mr. Bose often visit and there's a campus over here. So next time,
Yeah,
hopefully when
definitely.
lockdown settles, yeah, we all need
Yeah,
to get together and have a toast.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but no, Goa is good. Goa is really good. People are, the thing about Goa is something similar like Calcutta. Yeah, people are educated, so they themselves take precautions, social distancing, wearing the right preventive gear. So they do that. So it's not so bad over here.
Right, right.
Yeah, you are doing otherwise good.
Yeah, yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
We are
Um,
also working, but again with a little bit of restrictions.
correct.
Uh, we everybody doesn't turn up every day, so it's like a mixture of work from home and work from office.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And of course, the students are not here at the moment until the government allows.
So like all the hostels and stuff are all closed. So everybody's
Yes,
gone back home.
yes, everybody's gone back home.
And then this session they just do like this remotely over
Yes, yes,
Zoom.
yes. Every day it's a regular schedule,
Yeah.
and we carry on over Zoom or Google Meet, and even practical demonstration sessions. Although the students can't do it from their homes, so but we
Correct.
do our live demonstration for the practicals as well.
Wow. It will be experience for everybody how we can still work and get things going in the last all these months. I mean, my daughter first time she started school over here, and she's doing all on iPad. So for her, this is how it is. This is how the school concept is.
Yeah. See, the thing is that what I feel that since March, all of us have gone through a tremendous growth process ourselves.
Yeah.
Although it is a lockdown, but individually, personally, all of us have developed because we had to rise to the occasion. New things have to be adopted, and yes, we are learning every day, and at a great speed, I must say. We have adapted to the technology quite fast, and
Yeah.
transition has been quite smooth as well.
I
So
totally agree with that. Yeah.
the
I'm.
things that we would not have dreamt doing,
Yes.
we are doing it. And Shaiban, we are also starting the new batch. Although it was supposed to start in July, we
Okay.
kind of pushed it back, and the new batch is going to start on 7th August. So again, a new session altogether, new experience altogether, starting a new batch with under this current conditions is going to be very different. Imagine
Yeah.
when you all joined, and there were so many things. Of course, the contact classes are much more fun,
Yes. Yes.
and I'm sure you remember your college fun days more than what we
Absolutely.
taught.
Fun day. It's always college is very special memory. Yeah. Yeah. You can't take that away. Whatever, wherever you are, you still have those. And I have fun stories of IAM, yeah, which we have gone through. So it's always good to laugh about it. Yeah.
Yes, when Abdullah Sanchari, we all get together, we reminiscence about those days, what we used to do,
Yeah.
and how you all used to run away, and what are
Sure.
the things.
It's I think it's good that whatever we have gone through, because it's always good to not to have the full freedom, and you just taught you to be disciplined, and but you still find your way and sneak out and do things which is stupid. Later you realize it, but when
But
you
it's fun
remember that
that they give
after,
you memories. They give
yeah,
you memories.
yeah, once you remember that, recall that, and you just laugh the moment. So it's great, wonderful time. Yeah, I mean, I have to say that I was not so much aware what I'm landing in, because to me hospitality was okay. It's first time, yeah, school student. What I know about it, but then I always thank that I have gone through this journey of IAM and getting to know people, and then still date we connect with each other, and just it helps what we have. I mean the side by side doing a RGU course and the Indian diploma, all of that put together. I mean, it just opens up your horizon, and then it's much more easy for you to get absorbed there. So No. I understand IAM is the leading institute now, or IIHM in
IIHM definitely has more popularity because the promotion and everything is much
correct.
stronger. Yes,
Yeah.
but yes, the vision is same as Dr. Bose is spearheading
Yeah.
everything, and in fact, in terms of qualification and the curriculum, it is all identical.
Yeah.
It's just a different branding. I think, Shaiban, we have got a sizable number of students who are
Sure.
here now,
All
and
right.
we will be ready to start now.
Sure.
Uh, uh, very good morning, students, and welcome to another edition of Inspirational Leader Talk from IAM. And it's been a pleasure to have all our alumni speak, and I think all of you are also gaining a lot from their shared experiences, and I think it's a great learning rather than just getting stuck to the classroom. I think you learn much more in this way. So today's guest, special guest, is Mr. Shaiban Hasan, who is currently the EAM of W Goa, and he has had a very, very illustrious career that has taken him all over the world. Just before this, we were discussing uh, how things have started from IAM, and thereafter his journey into the hospitality world. So after completing diploma from IAM along with the UK degree which we had under Robert Gordon University at that time, Shaiban moved on to work with the Oberoi Group of Hotels initially, and thereafter he moved abroad, and also completed a certification in financial management from Cornell University, and he has worked in various places in US, Hawaii. It was
Yeah. It was.
Hawaii, then and different capacities as director food and beverage, and it has been a great story about his journey. And I would like Shaiban to now share how he started and how he moved on to the current position as of today.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chaudhary. Uh, no, I will keep it very interesting, and feel free also whenever you would like to ask anything specific to me, so that it's much more interactive rather than you getting bored of an hour session. But as Mr. Chaudhary mentioned, it all started with IAM. Yeah, first time, just I completed my 10 plus 2, and then hospitality was always something which admired me and encouraged me, because again, what you see is just luxury with hospitality. It's all fame and name game, and that is what you see initially, till the time you reach a position where you see that no, it's not. It's each moment is sweat. Really, it's tough. So that's how I joined IAM. Fun 3 years in the campus. It was first time in Calcutta as well. So when you have friends and colleagues together, it's always great memories. Sometimes moments of happiness. Sometimes moments when you are being just being shouted because you have done something very silly, and then your principal gives you a big pot of flour to hold because you were not on time in your hostel at 7 p.m. So all that memories, it's fun things. But 3 years of IM has taught me and gone through a great friend circle we made, and connection. Hospitality is all about connection. One thing to remember wherever, and today also when we are meeting, it's all I will be connecting, and I will be very open to all of you if at all you would like to connect over with me individually for any kind of guidance or any question, yeah, at a later stage as well. So I am 3 years, completed the 2 certification, the diploma from the Indian Institute, as well as the Robert Gordon from Aberdeen. Then we had a campus interview, and again I am thanks to that, because IAM put all our cities of interview at the end of the session to go through Delhi to Jaipur to Udaipur, and we had a long trip, and we had to go and just sit for interviews all this time and get ourselves sorted out in one of the hotel company. So lucky enough, was able to get through a pre-opening of Amar Vilas Hotel in Agra, very iconic. Most of you will know that. So I started as a butler. Yeah. What I used to do is just replenish the mini bars around in the guest room and welcome the guests, serve welcome drinks. Very passionate and very proud because Oberoi, great company to work for in India. First job. Money didn't matter at that moment. It was really, I mean, people will joke. It was like, I think we was getting like 3,000 rupees a month, but it was like the best job and the best thing. And I'm earning, I'm self-sustainable. So did that. Performance was definitely one thing which always mattered throughout your career. So you need to two things. First is that you need to love what you are doing. If you don't, then you will change a lot of different career path, and then you will be missing out on the years. That's what I feel. I mean, it can be different ideology with different people, but I feel that you should choose what you would love to do and then excel in that. And this is what I did to myself. I just liked that what I was doing. And I'm not sure how many people after graduating from a hotel school still stick to hotel, maybe because a lot of other venue also opens for you, like other sectors, marketing, information technology, or customer services. But then I felt hoteliering is what I wanted to be. So did that, performed well, got promoted as a supervisor in with Oberoi's group, and then worked over there for 3.5 years. Great company to work for. Then again, after that first time, you feel like, okay, let's do something different in life, because 3.5 years is great in a city, a small city like Agra, and you have already learned your share of information in that particular position. So there is always learning and growth at each stage. So I looked forward, and then I moved shortly for Rambagh Palace, because they were launching this concept of palace services with Taj Hotels with their luxury collection. And I joined Rambagh as a manager, assistant manager for palace services, and completely different company to work for. But again, it's a different learning. Ideology of the company was different. They were much more freedom for an individual to take actions in Taj Group. Whereas in Oberoi, it is much more structured, and you follow what it comes. Because again, it's the size of the hotel is limited. Taj is much more bigger in regards to number of hotels, also the number of hotels they have in India and abroad. So did that again. It's all about connection. So what happened is that I met a gentleman over there when I was in Taj, and his name was Prashant Kuldar. He was the learning manager over there, and he just came back from New York. He used to work in New York. So when there's a very important role that how a training manager can influence an individual or a learning manager. And he used to tell his stories about Four Seasons Hotel Company and how abroad is, and how different it is. So then it just ignites that I should go out of India and venture a little bit something different as well. And that was around 2005 when the coastal part of India, as well as some of the other island states or island countries within the Indian Ocean, got affected with tsunami. And people were reopening the hotels, and there was a big demand of people who would like to be recruited, because all the hotels were reopening after tsunami in 2006. So then I applied first time abroad with Four Seasons Hotel Company, which is a Canadian-based company. And thank God, lucky enough, got through that. First time outside India. My position was assistant manager. I was opening manager for an Indian restaurant over there in Maldives. It was called Barabaru. And did that for some time. And again, Four Seasons was opening a second hotel in Maldives, and they asked about if they were interested in another opening. And then I went over to another island, still in Maldives. It was called Landagiravaru, much more bigger island. So then over there, I joined as assistant manager, then finally got promoted as well within 2 years' time as a department head, restaurant manager. And Four Seasons is a company. I have to say that it's really great in how they take care of yourself as an individual, and you have a long time career with that company. So I spent around 13 years with that company. Most of my career at this stage is all my background is from Four Seasons. So then did Maldives over there, did different outlets, learned some Arabic cuisine, was a manager for Arabic restaurant, a coffee shop, and then Italian restaurant. So did all of that. Then the company also have a great opportunity if you would like to move around in the world, and that was the best part of Four Seasons. That they really believe in that and they move around people within themselves. So I got opportunity in Hawaii as a restaurant manager. So got a transfer within the company. First time to US, so different. But what holds you back is your learning, uh, your own belief in yourself that you can do it, and you just take ready for the next challenge. So never give up a situation because you know why. I feel that it was your choice. You make that decision, and you need to live with that. So just take that the way things comes over, and uh, entered US. Worked in Hawaii for 3.5 years. Was a restaurant manager as well for all day dining and for Oceanside Grill restaurant. Um, Very nice. That's the place where I have my wife also joining me, and then she started working for hotels as well. So it was quite a good journey uh, in Hawaii and in Four Seasons. Then there was another opportunity which came up, and again I had been restaurant manager for quite some time, and there was always I will say a itchiness in yourself that okay, I need to do something different now. How long this is there? So there was an opening of a first time a safari lodge, which the company never had it before, and they were looking for people who had done different locations, and they have also done remote locations. So Maldives really clicked over there because it was really a remote island. So they picked up the people, and I was one of them to join as a assistant director for food and beverage over there in Tanzania to open a safari lodge with the company. So different learning, different part of the world. Africa, never experienced that before. uh, really nice people, but again it's hard when somebody from outside world comes and tells you to do things differently. And at that moment, what really keeps you going is that your sense of being genuine to everybody, um, treat everybody with dignity and with respect, and the way you want them to treat you back. So this was my intention of when I went to Tanzania, because it was a running hotel. It was a Kempinski lodge before, so the people were already set in a separate style of working and ethics. But people saw this new light with Four Seasons company opening up, and they most of them, I think 80 or 90% of our staff all held up with us, and they joined us as Four Seasons over there. So we opened that, and experience wise, it is one of a kind. I will never again have that experience in my career, because it was an unfenced safari lodge in the central park of Serengeti, and you have lions in the front driveway. You will have elephants all over, and then you will see a little baby elephant in the nighttime, mother giving birth. So things which you never seen in your wildest dream, or maybe you can just see over on a National Geographic channel. All that witnessed by yourself in this environment. So it was really, really great as just a personal learning development, and also to see all of these what nature has to offer at its best. Um, then from Serengeti, again, I was thinking that there has been a lot of resort remote location on my badge on my shoulder. I need to do something different now, and I need, at times that once you do a specific kind of keep on doing a specific kind of location, then people brand you at that. So I was like branded as the guy who does only remote locations and openings and stuff. And I wanted to also do some kind of city experience. So there was an opening in Middle East in Bahrain of a city hotel within Four Seasons as well. and I applied for that laterally as assistant director level, and it worked out because of my international experience. They were happy that I'm joining over, and also because I had done few other openings, so they were quite comfortable that I would be the right person to do another opening. So we opened Bahrain Four Seasons. It was a city hotel, beautiful structure, 50-storied, great designing. So over there, then completely different learning on myself, because so far I have been doing all these remote location where guests are coming over to your hotel, and then what you need to do is just need to cater to them, but you don't have to really fight for business. But then in Bahrain, which is a city, you have a Ritz-Carlton, you have Fairmont, you have Kempinski, you have all other hotel companies working over there, and you really need to fight for your piece of the pie. So then there comes your skills about marketing, about how you will do some promotions, how you'll attract footfall of local clientele to your place. So that was completely different learning in regards to promotion and marketing, which again is important as you grow up in your ladder of your career. So I did that. It was challenging for sure. I was nervous. I was really nervous, and I have to say that my wife supported me over there, because she says, I mean, you are doing the same thing. Nothing will change. You still work for a hotel. You work for the same company, and it will be just a different experience. Go for it. And I was nervous because it was a city. I need to make sure that we are successful in opening a new hotel, and because there are already existing hotels are in the city, and they already have a set clientele. But yes, we introduce some new things. You have to really be creative when you are in such an environment, that what you can do next. A lot of reading you have to do, a lot of learnings. You read different journals, you read different newsletters, that what is happening around the world and what you can bring to your location. So we did quite a magnificent big events, like pool parties and DJs and brunches, which was being the signature and soon became the best brunch in Bahrain. So you really need to be on it in such an environment that your brain is always functioning and you're always looking to do something different, something creative, something which other people have not done in that location yet. So in that also, your personal learning counts a lot, what you have experienced and what you have learned from other places. So that went well, Bahrain. And then I moved to Seychelles, another beautiful location in Africa, as assistant director for a 3.5 year role. Um, that was a beautiful, magnificent island. You learn different when you interact with different cultures. So Seychelles as a country is all Creole speaking, which is a derivative from French language. So then it's different culture you expose to. The people you react to is differently. Their understanding is different. And again, whatever you do in life, wherever you are, there will be a learning for yourself, and that is something which all of us needs to make sure that each day learn something new. That will help you to grow. If you just go get up and do your work and you come back and sleep and there is zero learning and it becomes monotonous and routine, then you are not achieving anything in life and it's becoming redundant. You do the same thing every day. So learn something, because a hotel is like a mini township. You have everything within a hotel. So maybe you just step out of your comfort zone, learn something about a little bit about engineering, learn something what how a room division works, or something which will definitely enhance your career. And also it will just give you a mind that I have had something new to learn today, because each day gone without learning is just a loss on your own lifetime. So keep on learning everything and make yourself a promise that you will learn something new. As simple as, when I went to Seychelles, we always used to serve young coconuts over there, and I saw people cutting and chopping coconut like in a half a second, and they're so quick. I never knew how to hold it, or the tricks of it. And one day I said, okay, I need to learn how to do it. So if at all it comes to me, I should be able to deliver that. And then I learned how to cut a coconut efficiently without cutting my fingers or damaging myself. So again, it's a learning, simple thing. So keep that momentum going always throughout your lifetime. And when I was in Seychelles, and we said, okay, what next? And there was one of again, you need to be visible also throughout when you are in this profession, hospitality. And I, as I mentioned to start with, that connection, contacts really work out in hospitality. It is not about only about your skills or your knowledge. It's also important that who you know, how they see you as an individual, how comfortable they feel dealing with you or working with you. So it's important that you make some good connection with people throughout your lifespan, and that doesn't stop. So socialize, make social connection. It's important as an individual and for your career as well in this profession. So through one of my contact on LinkedIn, somebody asked me that, will you be interested in returning back to India and would like to work for a luxury hotel? And we were not sure because, again, working for such a long time outside, I was not really certain that this is the right time to move back to India or still explore something different. But another very important thing is that we all should believe, and I am a firm believer, as whatever happens for good. And I'm really happy that that moment I took that offer. They were offering me as a hotel manager position for W Hotel in Goa. And we thought about it. We said, okay, going back to India will be difficult. Life is difficult. Lifestyle and living is difficult after such a long time. But we said Goa will be an ideal location because we are in Seychelles, and transition to Goa will not be a big change. Let's try this. And the good thing which excited me is that I'm getting a position of hotel manager, EAM, which is great in your career graph. So we took that and we landed in Goa. Uh, it started very well for the first 2 months, Jan and Feb, and after that we are all over here. There is COVID, which affected the entire country, world, everywhere, and especially the top on the list is tourism and hospitality. So again, it is a great time to connect over. I mean, this is the second time I'm connecting over with IIHM and IAM. Previously, I was on call with Abdullah and Sanchari, where we had a chat, a long chat about like an hour 45 minutes, and I just introduced myself that moment. So no, it's, and I do a lot of webinars as well. Yeah, there is a lot of talks going on between travel and leisure magazines. They do a lot of webinars. There is also Business World. They do webinars every week almost. So I take this opportunity of now is that you just need to develop your skills and keep on going. And this is the best time you have ever will get. Two things. First is that on your professional front, that you can read a lot, because in our day-to-day life we are we get very limited time to spend on ourselves, and this is the time when you have to develop yourself, each one of us, and we have all the available resources through internet, and utilize that time. And the second is that also that just spending this time together with your family, which as a hotelier we don't find much time. I mean, this is the first Easter I spent with my family, which was great in last, I don't know, 20 years, till the time I'm in this profession, because it's always they come to the hotel and they enjoy a little bit and they go back, but I'm not at home. So it's pros and cons of every situation and the way we take it. So it's great that at the moment it's a time for us to enhance our own skills and learning, and it just keeps on making us a better and confident person.
That's
So
wonderful. That's wonderful story for all of us. Shaiban, students, I would like to share that Shaiban has been through 4 continents, traveled 20 countries, and is an avid traveler, food lover, and always loves to experiment with new things. Shaiban, could you share some of your experiences as you traveled from one country to another? Some amazing moments, some moments which will give us goosebumps maybe.
yeah,
Uh,
absolutely. So to start with the contrast, when I was working in Hawaii, and then I moved over my next assignment to Tanzania, which was in a nowhere land. So Hawaii people, look forward for that destination as one of the location in the world, and then you come to a Serengeti National Park where you are surrounded with animals and wildlife, and the closest settlement will be at least 4 hours is the closest village. So that change was really something which was like not everybody would have lived to that, what I feel. But again, as I mentioned, that you need to be keep on open to whatever decision you take and live with that, and then success will be yours. But you need to really go through that period of time. So from Hawaii to Tanzania was a big switch of mindset and just the setup that where we came over. So that was a great experience. Something in regards to other as Ms. Chaudhary was just mentioning about traveling and stuff, I really love to explore things, and I will recommend that all of us should be expose ourselves to different cuisines, people, culture. Sometimes when people say, "Oh, I don't eat that," I don't force anybody, but then it's a part of learning. You learn so many things through food. And one of the memorable experience I had, which was not so great, to end up with that, we were in Cape Town, just taking a vacation, and then over there you have a restaurant called Carnivores, and they sell all kind of meat. Again, it's food. I tried ostrich meat, alligator, crocodile meat, rabbit, like completely different what you would experience in day-to-day life. And then the next day we had to fly back to Tanzania, and then with all that combination I was not really healthy, and then I was quite had a bad time in regards to travel throughout, taking some charcoal pills and cleaning my system. But again, what I want to tell is that open yourself to all cuisine, because food in India also, we welcome our guests and our people with food. And in India, with so much of different cuisines and culture, you have a food of each region. Yeah, I still remember our Khadotsav time when we do the food up in IAM, and then we will have like 7 to 10 different styles of this Balti side service, and then we'll have people sitting around, and then we will prepare local Bengali cuisine and authentic and serve them. Again, these are all memories, and as well as it just gives you a different exposure to the people, because people love when you equally be a part of them and celebrate and enjoy. The other thing which was very weird, which I tried last time was in Seychelles, was bat curry. Bats, which people generally I don't know, some people love, some people will not so much be fan of them. But again, that's a very local, authentic cuisine of Seychelles. Everybody eat bat curry at home. So with your travel, it's so much of, and why I'm so much little bit more focused towards food, because most of the time I spend in food and beverage. So to me, food is something which really clicks and connects you to different people, different culture and cuisine. So be very open and just explore things. It's fun. Yeah.
Bat curry, amazing, huh?
Bat curry, it tastes like something like a chicken, yeah, but very bony, because there's not much flesh. Yeah? But
And
it is.
with Shaiban, thank you very much. But with COVID-19 around, we do not want to explore anything about bats anymore.
I'm so sorry. No, I totally agree. Unfortunately, as I mentioned also, COVID has really affected the tourism and hospitality sector badly. But we all will come out of it. And when we come out of it, we will be better person and a better individual, because, the connection, the learnings, the things what we have done during this period of time, nobody will take away from us. And I see a lot of people doing certification in wine trainings or doing different certification online on beverages and food, which will make them better. Their CV will look better, and they have utilized this time in a very creative way. So it's just a momentary thing which will pass away sometime, and we just need to, I will say, live with that for now, and there will be brighter future for all of us.
Yeah, Shaiban, you have worked in India initially between Oberoi's and Taj. and thereafter you move to very well-known brands internationally.
Yeah.
How would you compare the Indian and the international industry? I mean, the methods of work, the approach to work, the systems. How would you compare? And
Uh,
what are the best of each? I would like to share the best of each methods actually.
sure. So I worked for say broadly with 3 to 4 companies, Oberoi. Um, I think Oberoi is a great learning platform. If at all anybody get to work with Oberoi, they are still, in my ideology, I will consider them, they are the best hotel company in India, and internationally as well. The reason is that the system, it's a very system oriented company. As I said, that it's not easy to change or to alter things in Oberoi because they are very I will say it's like a military style of approach, because things are all set and you need to follow that. Yes, you have the liberty of asking questions so that you understand why you're doing so, but then you can't move around and change things. And that's the beauty of that company, that the consistency, which is so important in hoteliering, because it's all driven by people, and each people has a different mindset, mentality, approach to do the things. And to bring consistency in all the employee in all the hotel, they have got 35, 40 hotels, and some cruise liners, and that you go to any Oberoi hotel, you will feel the same style of service. So consistency, I will say that something which all of us needs to learn is from Oberoi Hotel, that how they train. It's and consistency is not like a mediocrity. It's consistency with luxury. So they still have a sense of place when they're operating in Udaipur or they're in Agra or Jaipur, but then they adjust their level of service based on being authentic to that place, but then they have the same efficiency in regards to consistency, how they work. On the other side, Taj Hotels is it's very multinational company. It says Indian Hotel Company (IHCL), but still the approach of Taj is very like I have seen in Four Seasons, and I think the reason is that there's because they operate a lot also internationally in world market, and they have adapted to those techniques. So it's easy for you to show your mark in that company. The reason is that you get a lot of freedom in Taj Hotels, that you can introduce things, you can implement different things, which definitely needs to be approved by GM and your operations manager. But then you have that liberty. It is not very hard and fast, because Taj has so many different levels of hotel, from palaces to they have a lodge in Savai Madhavpur, or they have a palace hotel, or they have a city hotel. Because they are so diverse in their approach, they are always welcome to new ideology and new idea. And to leave a impression of an individual, or to grow, I think Taj is a great company. And with all these situation also, we have seen how they have really evolved and taken care of this time as well. They have opened their hotels over for self-containment or for quarantine, and they are very adaptive in a way, Taj. And they always appreciate and welcome any new creativity, and it's easy to showcase yourself in Taj. In my next company, which was Four Seasons, it's about being so Four Seasons operates approximately 120 hotels, 130 hotels around the world, including 2 in India. And that company just teaches you that how diversification with different culture, different norms of countries and local regulations, how you can still be successful. So their biggest motto, or how they believe in, is that it's just it's called treat others the way you want to be treated. And this is the philosophy of Four Seasons, and which I loved, because that is the only way they have been successful in all the company, all different regions of the globe, because each country has their own limitation, and they just welcome that and they live with it. But still they focused on luxury, because and they focused on the core thing of that brand is about people. Your company, your brand will be successful if your people are successful. So Four Seasons gives a lot of focus on people. And then that is very obvious, because like me completing 13 years in one company, it's just because of the people connection they have. That it is such a diverse task force over there, because each hotel has a mix of nationality, but they believe at each individual will bring something to on the table, and they treat their main asset. Whenever we used to have any our meetings for our planning committee, we always, our first agenda will be about people. What is happening, what is the performance of the people, what is the succession planning for the development of the people, and we out of 1 hour of meeting, we will at least give half hour to our people, and then 15 minutes to our product and profitability. So that's how important Four Seasons treats its people, just because they believe the success of the company will only come with the people. So again, a different ideology which has worked all this way, and they have been the leaders in luxury, and that was about it. And then Marriott, which I have recently joined, which W falls under that. Marriott has 30 brands. So it's like an ocean of brands within one umbrella, which is great in a way, because then you, again, as I was mentioning continuously about connection, you can build really big connection, because there is only in India, Marriott operates 120 properties. And these properties are ranging from a Fairfield to a Courtyard to W to JW and Ritz-Carlton. So you have all kind of brand, from luxury to a business hotel brand. And what really is strong with this company is that their systems and procedures, because you have to manage such a huge portfolio of units under one brand. You need to have systems and procedures which are very, very firm, and you and everybody follows that to an extent as a guideline, and then people tweak that around. So Marriott really believes in strong foundation of systems and procedures, and that is how the success of that company, because operating so many hotels, the largest hotel company in the world, you can't be if you don't have set procedures and systems. So each company has their own dynamics, and that's how they all have been successful in the market, and nothing is wrong. Each one has their own market share.
That's wonderful, and I think that gives us a clear idea how different companies operate, wherein all delivering excellence, all are aiming for excellence, and it's just a different path to that same goal. So
Absolutely.
yeah, so I think that's a tremendous learning for a person can have when you work with different brands and absorb the different cultures, the ethos of the different brands, and that makes you much more well-rounded, I think. So,
Totally.
Shaban, my next question to you is, would you think is your turning point in your career? Which was the turning point in your career, and what was the best moment, if you have any such as of now, the best moment, the wow moment of your career?
Turning point. I will say, to me, turning points are always it's something which takes a lot of time to think about it, and to act on that. And for me, just taking a decision that I will leave Four Seasons Hotel Company after 13 years and join Marriott, which is another big multinational company, that was a kind of a turning point. Again, we all need to look into ourselves. Companies are always great to work for, but then what you are getting out of that company is equally important. So evaluate yourself. And there is always, you need to assess your market value, that what you are capable of. Never get comfortable in one place, position, or I will say at this time with company as well, because once you get too comfortable, you start losing. That's your downfall already. And then you start your confidence level goes down and you don't know exactly what you're capable of. So to me, I think my turning point of leaving Four Seasons after 13 years was a big decision to take, because I was so happy with them. But then just now, for the last 6 months working with Marriott, I feel that there are different things to do as well. It's not only that, as Mr. Chaudhary was mentioning, that each company has their own ethos and values, and they're the goal is all same. It's all for luxury. So why not go around and venture and see something different as well? So for me, switching from one company to other, I feel that's big decision on my part. It took a lot of time and thinking to execute that. Moments in regards to the best moment, I mean, there is so many. I mean, when the first time I come out of India and I am on a speedboat and surrounded with this coral reef in Maldives, internationally traveling, I think that is something which I still flash back and see that how great it was. And then as you grow in life, the position you gain, I think that also always will, it just makes an impact on you, and it just tells you that yes, you have achieved another level, another position, and this is not the achievement, but this is the start of a next level. So it's always great to be successful and get opportunities and get career growth and get positions, but it just tells you that this is just a new beginning of a new position. Keep on going, and that's how the life is. The day you feel comfortable, or the time you feel that, oh, this is done, I have achieved this. Personally, I never thought that I'll become a hotel manager. I was very happy with food and beverage, what I was doing. And my initial, when I started working, I said, what is my goal in my life? I want to be a director of food and beverage. After that, I'm happy. I don't want to do anything. But again, with time, your goal changes, your perspective to think changes, and then you start enjoying what you are doing. And that is most important, that you should enjoy what you are doing.
Uh, Shaiban, what I can recall in your batch, you were one of the quietest boys. I don't know whether you were the naughtiest. Sanchari tells me there are some mastermind activities done by some of the quietest ones. But you came across as a very quiet, shy little boy from Patna.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I remember.
I was very quiet.
Yeah, and but yes, very dedicated, sincere. And today you are the hotel manager of one of the leading international brands in hospitality. What would you say is the mantra of your success? What was that one strength that drove you to this position?
I will just say a few key things that you need to be believing in yourself. If you feel that you cannot do it, you will never able to do that. So give that shot to yourself and say that, no, I can do it. It's very important to have self-confidence and believe in yourself. And all of us at times, like just the example I was giving, that I was not sure that from all these resort locations I will be successful in a city hotel or not, and I was very worried about that position. But then with all the support, I was able to make out the best out of that position. So it's all about that, you believing in yourself is important. Not to give up any time in life. Yeah. There will be moments that you will be fed up. Each day is different, and you will feel that, no, this is it, and I don't want to continue. But don't give up. If just think in a different mindset, think that this is your decision. You have chosen this profession, this department, this industry, this hotel, and you want to be successful. Never leave a place because you feel that I will not be able to perform. Don't leave like a loser. Leave with a passion that I did it, whatever it came up to, but I was able to come out of that situation, and I performed and I did it. So believing in yourself and never to give up. I think these are the two very important things. And just be open. Don't be judgmental on people, or their face value or their ethnicity, or what they come from. Just be open to people, and if you will be open, things will be open to you. So to start with, don't have a preset mind that this is not what I want to do, or this is not the right person I'm interacting, or this is not how it is supposed to be. Give it a shot, and then you do your genuine offering to that job, or that uh, profession, whatever you are doing, and you will able to perform well. So it's very important that have an open heart to everything, to people, to culture, and to food, as I say. So just be open and genuine, and these are very key things which nobody will tell you or teach you, but these are really core things which was helpful for me and to make me successful, because I never thought that this is right, this is Africa, this is America, this is India. I mean, just go with the flow and do your best, and you will able to achieve, because that's how things work.
Okay, that's a tremendous piece of advice, I think, for every youngster to follow. Becoming open to situation is something. Then only you learn. I think you only
Completely.
learn when you're open to experience. That is how things are.
Yeah, if you hesitate, that no one example, big one, yeah. Miss Chaudhary just mentioned about certification in financial management from Cornell. It was not an easy thing, because I scored the least in mathematics. Yeah, it is not my part of mindset. I cannot. But then I did. I said no. I mean, what is making me? I cannot just leave it and I say, okay, I was not able to achieve that. I need to put myself in that difficult situation which makes me nervous or which makes me uncomfortable, and then only I will be successful. And these are so many examples each moment in life.
I think that's one of the ways you learn and grow. Otherwise, you become stagnated.
Totally.
Uh, Shaiban, my question now to you is, yes, I think this is a question which is hitting everybody's mind now, that in the current pandemic situation, you are in Goa and you've just taken over a new property. So what are your game plan and how are you handling the revenue side of things as of now? And I'm sure things will change. So I'm sure you would have a plan of action for the future.
Sure. So currently, the hotel is closed over here as well, and we are in a lockdown situation. What we looked into is that, in regards to when it comes to revenue, that not to leave anything unturned, because this year revenue is key, and for our owners also, it's hard for them to just keep feeding people for months when there is no cash flow coming in. So we have done a lot of one thing is that whenever the market is down, one thing you cannot cut down is on your sales and marketing promotions, because that is one which drives and which gets business over to. So we have done quite an extensive promotion in regards to that the guest gets value, that they can pay now and they can stay later. It helps in both ways. As a unit, it brings us a lot of cash flow so that we can go through this period of time when we need to pay salaries to people, and then for the guest side, that they have got a great value for their pricing at this time, and then the package is open for 1 year. They can stay anytime except for few certain blackout dates, which are festives in Christmas and New Year. So that was a great promotion we did, and people have really opted for that. You can go over and see this 9999 is the amount we are charging, and the guest can come and stay with W anytime, 1 year time frame, which is not our average room rate. The average room rate is not less than 17,000 rupees a day. But then again, this was a promotion, but that was the need of the situation, that we needed cash flow and we wanted to do something which will also excite the guest, and they feel value for that they're spending now, and they can utilize that anytime during the next year. We have done or we are working currently also in regards to takeaway food. So the hospitality has changed a little bit now. Everything is becoming online, and people are now started, luxury hotels started delivering food to the doorsteps of individuals, and you can place an order and you can have from as previously we had just the Father's Day passed away, or events where the full setup can be a small, like a mini buffet, can be laid up in your home. You place the order in advance, and then you will have somebody from the hotel side attendant go and set up your table, and you'll feel the same flavors of the hotel brought to your table. So that's another thing which we all working at the moment, is that making the hotel food available at the doorstep of each individual. Again, this is a way of generating revenue rather than having a closed hotel and not any operations going on. This way the kitchen is still producing food. There are people over on the phone who are doing the order taking, and then there are delivery boys who are sending the food over. And this has globally, it has evolved a lot, and you all would have known as well, Swiggy, Zomato, and different partnership people have done in such aspect. So again, this is another idea of generating revenue. We are looking currently a lot in regards to, now this year or for coming months, there is no formal events which are going to happen, because people are only coming out of home when it's really necessity. So one thing which India will always have because of our culture is that weddings will never stop. So we have done a huge campaign and connection in regards to people who are looking to get married as a destination in Goa. And Goa gives a little bit advantage to us, because all these destination wedding, Indian families who have thought that they will do it in Dubai or they will do in Bali or in Koh Samui, now they are a little bit skeptical, and it's also hard to get through the immigration and the norms of each country. And now people have shifted their direction towards Goa, because Goa has similar feel as another destination, international, and they can still do that within the comfort of their own country, and they don't have to go through those policies and systems. So we are looking really solid, because we have done a huge campaign in regards to weddings for the last quarter, from October, November, December, and it looks really solid on our books. Again, we will see how it goes. Currently, the wedding norms in Goa is that not more than 50 people in a wedding, which is India has never thought about that. I mean, Indian weddings are not less than 200 plus people in a smaller wedding as well. So we'll see how that goes. But there are different areas which, again, we are not looking into now what we are going through, but what the future is going to be, and how you can capitalize at this moment for the coming months. So these are few of the packages or how we are looking into generating revenue. Yes, we all have to go through very tough time, and there are jobs which had made redundant, the positions which is no longer used. But being said that, I feel it's momentary. It was just a need of the time that we all had to go through that, to show some savings, to show some that we have to survive through this period. But in Goa itself, not to forget, there are 2 new hotels of Marriott's coming up. There is a Westin opening in Goa. There is another Marriott opening in Vagator. So there are a lot of opening happening at the same time. So job will all come back, and it's just that everybody needs to survive through this period of time. And we all need to capitalize and utilize that how best we can able to cope up with this situation, and it will go back to normal soon.
Thank you, Shaiban, the ideas that you have passed on. And now I would like to open the session to the students if they would like to ask some questions. Students, staff members who are on the session, if they would like to ask anything.
Please feel free. Yeah, there is no formality about that you have to or you don't have to. Whatever comes to your mind, and as much best of my knowledge I will able to tell you what I feel about it. Or if you want to connect individually as well, that's fine.
Students, you can now ask questions if you have any.
A very good afternoon, sir. My name is Anubhav Banerjee. I'm the third year student of Kolkata campus, and I would like to ask that the concept which came around is Marriott at home, as you said.
Correct.
Yes, sir. So it will be kept after years after also. when the COVID will just go off, or because it will be harming somehow like the revenue of the restaurant. So the management has just kept that for the stipulated COVID or for the years after also.
So, Anubhav, I think you are on top of the game and you are looking around what's going on, which is wonderful. You need to be. No, Marriott has decided to keep that for later as well stage. Again, with new challenges comes new opportunity, and all around the world, and Marriott also realized that this is a sector where you can still generate revenue. And in today's world, definitely you need to make revenue in order to provide or in order to survive in the market. And we will continue this concept of Marriott on the wheels available after this period of COVID-19 passes by as well. Second part of your question in regards to that, it will take away the attraction or the footfall in the restaurants. Not really, because coming to a restaurant is an experience. And you will still like to be served, to be welcomed, to be greeted, and then the environment, the music, the settings, the ocean front, all that is still there, which nobody can take that away from a restaurant. And the most important is about the connection of the people and the service by the people. So the need of the situation is that we need to be open to people so that they can still able to enjoy the cuisine and the food of specific restaurant at home when we are going through this pandemic, because we don't know how long it's going to be. It's already 4th month, and that is the how it all started. But there is no discussion about keeping it or finishing it off with COVID-19 period passing by. We'll continue offering this. Just talking about like the situation in Goa, we have a lot of residential home where people come over and stay from different parts of India for a longer period of time, and these people like to have a family vacation or friends, and they stay for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or a month in Goa, and they will not be going out every day to a hotel or restaurant. And for them, it just adds on that they can order food of a specific restaurant or signature restaurant at their doorsteps, and they can still enjoy that. So the people get to experience at the comfort of their home. A hotel generates the revenue out of that, and I think it is just a different stream of generating revenue. I don't feel that it will take away the business. It will, because if
I think we have lost connectivity somehow.
It was indeed very informative, ma'am. Shaiban sir coming and discussing about how he started his career and his illustrious journey in hospitality industry, how he grew. So everything was very informative. Same time, his experience was very exciting for a newcomer to come in and start his career. What's your opinion, ma'am, about this?
See, I've observed him as a student, and where he is now, the learning and the growth I see is a complete 360-degree change. If you can understand what I meant by a quiet, very silent kind of a boy, but very hardworking at the same time. You have those in the class who kind of always, if there is some work assigned, the work will be done, but they don't come up front a lot and talk a lot. But yes, I can today when I hear him speaking, I can see a huge change, and I think all the people who have shared this with my time with him would also say the same thing. In fact, on Facebook Live, I have Miss Rinani Goswami, who was one of the first training managers under whom Shaiban must have worked. So she is there, and Arunanshu Bhattacharya, then food and beverage faculty member, is also a part of this watch party now, and they're all very excited to have Shaiban speaking, and I mean they're all very excited about this. And there's a huge change, and my only thing is to all the students, if you are looking at the success, and if you want to go to a certain path, then on hard work, dedication, and total commitment, if you have all these three, there is nothing that can stop you. And I think Shaiban is one of the examples of that. It's not about, like I had this upbringing and I had this school and I had this. When I have been given a platform and from there I, make a new start, I think he has actually grown from there. And the same opportunity lies for each one of you, and only how you choose to utilize it. As he said, like, it's very important that we learn from each experiences and you are open to experiences. You have to be ready to open up to the experience. Then only you will be able to. If you feel, oh no, this I can't do, or I won't do, I don't want to learn, why should I change myself? Then I think it's a different story altogether.
Absolutely.
I think we have lost him because of, I don't know whether he's back or not. I think Goa, I'm sure.
I believe Ma'am Anirban is coordinating with Shaiban sir.
Sorry to interrupt, sir. Shaiban sir is back, sir.
Oh, he's there.
Yes, sir. He is in mute, I think.
Shaiban, I can't see you or hear you if you're there.
Yeah, I am back over, and the video I think is still working.
It's all working.
Yeah.
We lost connectivity for some time. And,
Goa has an issue with internet. Unfortunately, the people who have phone and with an internet. So sorry about that.
And power as well. We have worked in Goa. I have worked in Goa for quite some time, and I realized that.
Yeah. I mean, phone lines doesn't work so much. It's more WhatsApp call, which really is more efficient in Goa. So yeah, there's a little bit of a technology which keeps the place nice that you are not so well connected and relax over here.
Any more questions, students?
I'm so sorry about that, everybody.
That's okay. It's okay. No problem. And these things happen. We understand this. Any more questions, students?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. My name is Tushar Mukhopadhyay and I'm from second year. So
Hi,
my question to, yes, hello, sir. My question to you is regarding the butler service, sir. So now, as far as I have seen in documentaries, I'm not too sure, but there is a butler call button that you need to respond to within a very specific time. So can you please tell us about the experience that you had keeping up with the time, and what was the general time frame allowed and followed within which you needed to respond?
Tushar, you are taking me back to my first job, because when you mentioned and this call button, it all was there in Oberoi Amarvilas, and that was one of the first hotels that started this electronically. So what happens is that in each of the guest rooms, you have basically a butler call button, and how it is programmed is something like a telephone line. So you carry a pager with you, and there is a hub of the butler console where this message gets, so when you press the button on the room, it goes transmitted to the butler paging hub, and from there it gets dispatched into a pager or a phone, because in my time there was pager at that time, so that's how I remember, but now it is all phone, and then you get an alert. So say how we used to work is we used to have floors for butler, because one person cannot able to take care of 100 rooms or so. So then you have 2 floors assigned for one person, another 2 floors. So within 3 minutes time, you need to go to the room. 90 minutes basically. And then you go and you press the button and deactivate it, so that there's no more further escalation, and you meet the guest and ask that why they have called for. If you don't able to do that because of any reason, the systems are set that it gives the escalation or the alert to the next level of position. So from butler, it goes to a butler supervisor, and that person gets the alert, and then he will follow back with you and check that are you stuck. Sometimes you are talking to a guest, or you're already occupied with something and you were not able to realize that it has a rank, so then that person is responsible. If that person also doesn't go through, it has like set up, and each hotel has a different hierarchy, but then in Oberoi it was set up that it goes after that to the food and beverage manager and to the general manager. So it is something which is really you have to act on that in this specific period of time. Now, like I'm working with Marriott and other hotels as well, so they have a different system, and the summary remains the same, but now everything is on a smartphone, Android, and you have that the same setup. And as a property also, you are judged on that. So like Marriott has 120 hotel, each of them have something similar setup, and then they will be rating that how efficient or how many time lapse have you reached, or how many in how many minutes, what is the efficiency of that department. So now it is becoming much more competitive. Previously, it was not so much. Previously, it was just a system put together for guest convenience. But now you have to, because you want to show your end of the year result as well, that you're top on the list and you are handling all your guest requests in a timely or in much more efficient fashion than what is specified by the guideline of the company.
Okay, sir. So my second question to you is, how do you think that the butler service prepared you in a very different way? Yes, sir, for the rest of your career, because we know in general in hospitality the time management is a very important factor, but when it comes to butler service, you have to be on your toes. So how do you think it helped you shape your future career, sir?
One thing which butler service tells you is about planning, because you will be only efficient if you plan your next day and the coming days. If you don't plan for that, then you are already losing for all the coming time as well. So organization and planning is one thing which butler service tells you, because you need to be an organized person, and if you're not organized, you will not be able to successful, and then all the coming days will also be a failure. So that is what my take is from butler service. It just prepared me to be much more organized and planning two phase of butler service. Other than that, what butler service also helps is that it connects you to a lot of people, which you connect on a personal front. You connect to entrepreneur or owners or CEO of companies, which as I mentioned previously as well, connection is one thing which in our industry it really matters a lot, that who you know, what do you know about it. And so I think these are the key things about butler service, the connection of an individual to individual on a personal front. So when the guests have gone also, you still message them or chat with them, and they when they are returning back, they check with you that are you still there or not, so that they will see you back or not. So it's the personal connection, which is all about people and connection. That is what hospitality is. And then about your efficiency of planning yourself and organizing for the upcoming days to make you successful, which will be part of your throughout your life. These things doesn't change.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Welcome, Tushar.
Shaiban, I must share with you, Arunangshu sir is there watching you Facebook Live. Oh. And he is amazed that he also agrees that there's such a big change in you. And he says that I just accidentally saw this program and now I'm stuck. Even Trinani, who was once your training manager, I guess, Trinani Goswami.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So Trinani had joined, and so some of your juniors, Shweta Maharaj, and whole lot of them. There are a lot of people watching you now, and they're all very excited to see you.
No, it's a pleasure, Ms. Chaudhary. I would like to thank you, because you are the person who organized this, and I would like to connect. Please, I am happy to share my personal number if you would like to get in touch anytime. WhatsApp, whatever is easy for you. And you can write it over, and then we can always connect. It's coming back to India is also such a great feeling that you are back, and people which I have been lost in contact or touch with, and we are back on track. So thank you for bearing, and thank you. That I look forward to see all of you. I mean, Goa is one place where it's a nice break to take out from a big city, Kolkata metropolitan, or from Maharashtra, and spend some week. And we have also the hotel over here, Ms. Chaudhary,
Yeah, Woodburn. It used to be IAM Woodburn, it is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So feel free to meet me as well whenever you are in Goa. I would love to go out for a drink or so with all of you.
Okay. Great. Any more questions, students?
Ma'am, I have one question.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir. Sorry, good afternoon, sir. My name is Ikshita. I'm a second year student. I would I would like to know about your experience when it comes to guest handling.
Guest handling, never fear. Again, be confident and be genuine to the person. Guest handling always excites me. It makes me it's something, a sense of accomplishment I get when I able to handle a guest. Sometimes it is towards their favor, sometimes it is not, because you need to also protect the company, and this is the thing which will happen every day. Guest handling and issues with the guest. Uh, Important is that you just don't do be very neutral in such situations, and see that you don't speak either from the guest side or the hotel side. First listen that what is the need, or what is the situation is looking for, and once you identify that, again use your instinct in regards to what you feel is the right thing to do. Recently I had one complaint about the cancellation policy. I'm just share that random without utilizing any details. We have a cancellation policy of 14 days prior in Marriott over here in W. And one guest was really upset that why we have such a thing where you are not able to change your bookings, and if you are canceling less than in 14 days, then you have to pay for your full room night. And the guest was really upset. In such situation, what I personally do is that definitely empathize that if at all it had happened to me, how would I have been reacting to that situation? And but also at the same time be firm. Be firm that what you are doing is right. You are not taking part of anybody or any side in such situation. So if the company policies are set like that, I mean, you have to live with that, and you have to say no to the guest as well. But then what else you can give to the guest to make them feel that you still appreciated their business or their presence, and what they and their time that they wrote to you, or they communicated, or they met you. So thank for that all services, and give them something which is making sense to them. That in such situation where I had this cancellation policy issue, then I told them that once you would like to book with us, here's my contact number. Get in touch with me directly. I will make sure that we offer you the best rate and the best deal available at that period of time, and your stay is going to be not less than any memorable experience what you would like, or what we would like to showcase from W Goa side. So you give assurance as well to the guest that I'm there to take care of you. I cannot bend, because that is what the system is, and we can't really change things to an individual need, because it's not only one person. There will be 50 more cases, something like that. But to start with, that you have to really be open-minded and listen and understand the situation without being judgmental to anybody. That no, this is how we do. You can't say that, because then you are just making the other person completely look that you're wasting your time, you're an idiot. Yeah, you don't want to do that. So you want to also give the equal value to that customer, that I completely understand your situation, and I would have reacted the same, but this is how the policy is. But rest assured that moving on, whenever you would like to venture with us, I am there for you. So that situation, yeah, is very, very important, that how we handle any guest problems. But it's fun. I think I always enjoy interacting with such situations, because it just makes you much more confident that you can do a better job.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Shaiban, for your inputs, and thank you for your time today. I guess, students, you don't have any more questions? Or as Shaiban says, that you can connect to him, you can find him on Facebook, or send him a contact on Messenger as well, if you want to. And I think it's been great listening to you, Shaiban, and
Thank you.
there are a lot of people who are watching you at this moment, And we are really, really thankful that you could give so much of time to us. Thank
No,
you
not
very
at all.
much, and we hope that we can connect in future very soon.
Absolutely. Good luck to everybody. Take care of yourself. And yeah, stay connected. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Students, I think there is another session awaited.